My name is Asterly Backley, and I'm going to be talking about plastics and microplastics and how they're relevant. Plastics and microplastics have always been an ongoing problem, even more now as we are further growing as an industrialized society. The durability, versatility, and low-cost production of plastics has made it favorable as the number one choice for packaging, as well as the main material for certain goods. But unfortunately, we don't properly dispose of plastics and microplastics, and as a result, they've become pollutants that endanger our environment. Most of these plastics and microplastics waste end up in the ocean, affecting aquatic life and marine ecosystems. Microplastics can be easily ingested by marine organisms due to their small size being around less than 5 millimeters. This can have adverse effects on life because some plastics and microplastics may contain harmful and addictive substances in addition to being indigestible. This also poses a risk to the ecosystem because these toxic substances may be passed down the food chain. On the other hand, big plastics can also harm habitats and poses dangers to aquatic life because they can easily suffocate or become trapped by larger forms of plastics. Plastics and microplastics not only affects marine ecosystems but also makes up a big percentage of terrestrial pollution, where 80 to 90% of microplastic particles are contained in sewage sludge, which is often used as fertilizer, meaning that large amounts of microplastics end up in our soils. Consequently, this becomes a risk for us humans as well, because not only will microplastics and their toxic properties end up in our food, it will also pose as a threat to our health. Here is a table that lists a couple of lab studies of a few biological effects of microplastic exposure in marine organisms. There's a couple down here that mentions how microplastics affects the embryonic developments of sea urchins, and another that mentions a significant decrease of reproductive output, such as egg hatching success and survival of some organisms. And this table here is another that lists various effects of microplastics in humans and other mammals, where even though there's not any significant findings yet, but could potentially be dangerous to us in the long run.